Happy Sunday, everybody. I'm back. All right, so I wanted to get another one out to you earlier than this. So sorry. I got really busy and stuff and had to get some stuff done, but I really want you guys to hear all the stuff that he said in here and go over everything and the bull crap and the lies and all that stuff. So I'm gonna try my hardest. I want to finish this up today so I can get on to some other stuff so I can make videos on other things. You know, like Kavanaugh's things coming up, and we are Spartacus. I am Spartacus. That Booker guy, I swear. Okay, anyway. All right, we're gonna go right back into it because seriously, he is like bashing the living hell now. Here it comes. You thought that was bad and funny. We were paranoid and we're all Satan spawns and all this other bull crap. You just wait. Oh, it gets better. And then I didn't even get to stop. I still have a lot more. Not a lot more, but I'm going to try to condense it and then get another video out to you. But anyway, I'm going to try to condense it and get another video out to you today. Try to get this stuff done. I just read it and then I think about it, you know, and what he's actually saying and stuff. So anyway, carrying on, got interrupted there for a minute. Anyway, so he's just going to go, this is the Republican bashing coming to you live from the interpretation of the Obama speech for the Democrats. Boy, they don't like us at all, period. Anyway, I mean, we don't have a whole lot of love for them either, but Jesus, you know, come on. Anyway, we don't want to be socialists. No. They keep going down that road, I'm telling you what, people are going to revolt. There's going to be a reckoning. A reckoning is coming. They just better watch their P's and Q's because this is getting to be, you know, you got all that crap going on with censorship, and Alex Jones is off of YouTube and kicked him off Twitter for screaming at Dorsey, and then the next day the Apple Store took his app, Alex Jones InfoWars app, off of Apple. So they're like, denied. They're censoring him. I mean, even if you don't really like the guy, you know, listen, we know he is a conspiracy theory kind of guy, and some people think he's a wacko. So what? That does not necessarily mean that we have the right to silence his voice. If you don't like it, don't watch him. It's like, you gotta watch him. Other people enjoy it. Why can't they? Who are you to tell them what they can and cannot hear and listen to and talk to? Are you afraid of what he's saying to people? Are you afraid? Do you think that they are influencing people so much that they're going to buy into whatever he says? And then there's going to be like some war coup or something, all because of Alex Jones and what Alex Jones is saying? Come on. Bullshit. Anyway, carrying on. So anyway, he continues, Obama. He's starting to talk. Now he's getting into the Kavanaugh stuff and more. That and a lot more. So he's still bashing. So I'm like taking it to continuation because you remember the last video. I said we were paranoid, divisive, resentful, all that. Yeah. So this is just a continuation. He says, this Congress has championed the unwinding of campaign finance law to give billions outsized influence over our politics, systematically attacked our voting rights. Listen to me. Do they not think that we don't know what's going on in San Francisco? Do they think that we don't know that San Francisco was letting people who are aliens, they're legal, but they're not United States citizens, they have green cards, that they're letting them all vote? They passed the law. So these people who are not even American citizens are voting. in their local elections in San Francisco. And then there was another commissioner's board or whatever, this town outside of Boston, where they were voting to do the same thing. And on and on and on it goes. And more cities in California are going on the lines of doing this. It is real. What do you think it's going to lead to? What do you think is going to happen if these people have the voter registration cards, right? And they're going in and they're voting now. Do you think that they're not going to, like, lead this up to all whoever's in our country is now going to be representing us? The Democrats want votes, period. They want Trump out, period. They want Congress, period. They want the Senate, period. They want socialism, period. They want what they want, and we all suck, period. It's true, you know. Gotta think about it. Anyway. I'll just recap again. So, they're saying Congress has championed the unwinding of campaign finance laws to give billionaires outside influence over our politics, systematically attacked our voting rights, to make it harder for the young people, the minorities, the poor to vote. They're making it harder. They don't want all you young college students to vote and anybody to vote. Only who they say vote can vote. You know, who knew about all that Russia hacking stuff going on? Who knew and didn't tell anybody? Obama. He knew. They knew. You know who they told? Nobody. They didn't tell Trump. They didn't say nothing to nobody. They knew, all of them in their little deep state, steady state. The Spartacuses, and, well, I don't know if Spartacus knew, but anyway. He's bitching. They handed out tax cuts without regards to deficits, slashed the safety net. What safety net? Wherever it could. They cast dozens of votes to take away health insurance from ordinary Americans. They embraced wild conspiracy theories like those around Benghazi or my birth certificate. Dude, you want it? I'm going to give you a little bit of advice. Don't mention Benghazi. But you did. Ooh, Lord. And the health insurance thing, we've already been down that road. It sucked. And no, we didn't, like, systematically take away, you know, all these. He's going to go on to say there's millions of people without health insurance now, and it's all the Republicans' fault. I'm sorry, no. You know who it hit worse was the people, working class people who are going to work and, you know, doing their things as citizens or whatever, enjoying life, and they can't afford what you did. So they don't have any, but that's okay with you? So we're gonna you know, cut taxes and stuff. So to give a little leeway, you know, to grow the economy, and you're going to sit here and bitch about that people were left without insurance? Bullshit. We're not buying it. It may be true that they did lose this, but you can't go and say that it's the Republicans' fault that all this happened. I'm so sick of that. He then goes on to say, the Republicans rejected science, rejected facts on things like climate change, embraced a rising absolutism from a willingness to default on America's debt by not paying our own bills, to a refusal to even meet, much less consider, a qualified nominee for the Supreme Court because he happened to be nominated by a Democratic president. Well, when? You know, yeah. We know what happened, and no, the dude didn't get in, so get over it. But you want to sit and talk about the reasons why we did not want that to happen. Your absolutism is bullshit. You know, the willingness to default on America's debt to not pay our bills and refusal to meet and consider the qualified nominee? No, because we did not want it. You know, we screamed it to the rooftops. It's really funny because, you know, we Republicans, I mean, God, and it's weird because I never used to consider myself that. I was always in the middle. No party. I am a Republican now, God, till I'm dead. Anyway, you know, everybody's screaming to the rooftops. I even did, and I wasn't even a Republican. You know, it's like something's got to change here. No, we don't want that. We're not Californians and New Yorkers. So what? We are Americans. Listen up. Do you want to blame the Republicans? Fine, go right ahead. But listen, it doesn't mean that Kavanaugh is not fit to do this. He is. And all the bullcrap reasons they're giving why he's not is just what they are. Bullshit. Anyways. So, yeah, he's talking about climate change and all this stuff. And then he says, after all that, what I just mentioned, he says, none of these things are conservative. So all those things that we did, that happened, you guys aren't being very conservative. You know? And then he says, I don't mean to pretend I'm channeling Abraham Lincoln now. Here we go. This is where it starts to get good. I don't mean to pretend I'm channeling Abraham Lincoln now, but that's not what he had in mind. You don't get to claim Abraham Lincoln. Dude, no. He said, I think when he helped from the Republican Party, when he formed it, when he helped form the Republican Party. So he's saying, Abraham Lincoln would not want you to be acting like this. And I'm not pretending to channel him right now when I'm telling you this. But this is not what he would have wanted. Yeah, like you really would be able to channel Abraham Lincoln? Dude, what do you know, are you way high up there on that pedestal? Is it raining up there? How's the weather up there, Obama? Is it sun shining on you, or is a thunderbolt gonna come crashing down on your head? From like Thor or somewhere up there. Jesus, dude, get over it. And then he keeps saying it's not conservative. It sure isn't normal. It's radical. It's vision that says the protection of our power and those who back us is all that matters, even when it hurts the country. It's vision that says the few who can afford a high-priced lobbyist and unlimited campaign contributions set the agenda. And over the past 2 years, this vision is now nearing its logical conclusion. You'd think so. All about the money, ain't it? You just got to keep telling people the rich are trying to control you and they want all your money. These people who have all the money. Yeah, they're the ones that have the companies, that have the places where people can go to work to get a job. Don't they? A lot of them. How much money you got, Obama? He's going to tell you in a second. He said, so that with Republicans in control of Congress and the White House, without any checks and balances whatsoever, they've provided another $1 trillion in tax cuts to people like me, who I promise don't need it. You rich, Obama? And don't even pretend to pay for them. Whatever, dude. Yes, all politicians have a lot of money. Where do you think they get all these millions of dollars in campaign contributions? Why do you think it's so hard for an independent to run for office? Like just some Joe guy who would do a really good job. Why is it that you think he can't get elected? He don't have all these millions and millions and millions of dollars in campaign contributions. You think that you're going to sit here on your little high horse and convince the American people that you didn't get millions and millions and millions of dollars for your campaign? Dude, get over yourself. It's a load of bullshit. Seriously, you had a lot coming in here off your high horse. No. Then he's gonna go on to tell us how the Republicans are supposed to be. You ready? It's supposed to be the party, supposedly, of fiscal conservatives. Suddenly, deficits do not matter, even though just 2 years ago when the deficit was lower than they said, I couldn't afford to help working families or seniors on Medicare because the deficit was in an existential crisis. What changed? Dude, seriously? You want to tax like everything. Democrats want to raise taxes, period. So you're gonna talk about this stuff? The Republicans want to give the money back to the people right now because of stuff that happened with you and the Democrats. They're tired of it. They don't want socialism. Do you hear me? They do not want socialism. They do not want to give 50 to 60% of their paychecks that they work for every day and give it to the government, who to them, like, give to people like you control over what they're doing with their money. They did not want you to give $150 billion to the frickin' Iranians. Are you listening? And on and on and on. We don't have to list all these 10 billion reasons why we didn't want you to have our money. And Trump got it. He gets it. He knows. That's why he did the tax cuts. And sure, they might get some more money, but they're going to create more jobs so people out here can get more money. Do you know what a trickle down is? I mean, people, geez. Is it? Oh my God. Okay, anyway. He said it's supposed to be the party, supposedly, of fiscal conservatives. Suddenly deficits do not matter, even though just 2 years ago when the deficit was low. It goes on to seniors and Medicare, all that crap again. What changed? They're subsidizing corporate polluters with taxpayers' dollars. Obama doesn't want the people in the coal ministry to have jobs. Does he? You know, Pennsylvania, Kentucky, all you mining people. You get no job. Stay poor. Go on welfare. Get food stamps. We'll help you. Obama will help you. Nancy Pelosi and Maxine Waters and Elizabeth Warren, Spartacus. They'll all help you. Because they know you need them. You're too dumb and stupid. They want to sit in their $1 million mansions up there on the hill and because they're going to claim that you don't get to have a job because it's for our climate and you can't live only how we say you live, because we have to do what the social justice warriors in California and over here in New York are telling us that we need to do for our planet. And therefore, you have to stay poor. But we'll help you. We'll give you welfare and food stamps and a bicycle. Because you probably aren't going to be able to get a car, and let alone gas. I don't know. What do you think? Sad, ain't it? Think about it. He goes on to say, Republicans are allowing dishonest lenders to take advantage of veterans. Sure. Donald Trump just made it so veterans can go to whatever hospital they want. They can go to whatever doctor they want. They don't have to drive hours to get to the VA. They can go to these other doctors now. He's increased military spending. He's increased the defense budget for our military. He's given them a raise. He gave them a raise. But Obama says it's allowing dishonest lenders to take advantage of the veterans. Is this like VA loans? I don't know, but no. I'll tell you one thing. Donald Trump seems to care a lot about our military and the Republicans in the Republican Party, and all of us deplorables out here seem to give a hell of a lot more care about our veterans than any of you Democrat people have with your Colin Kaepernicky whatever the hell his name is, kneeling. Let's not even go to there yet, because that's like a whole nother video. Honestly. Yeah. Woohoo! Sure. He says, taking advantage of the veterans spending. Wait a minute. He says, they've made it so that the only nation on earth to pull out of the global climate agreement, it's not North Korea, it's not Syria, it's not Russia, it's not Saudi Arabia, it's us. The only country. There are a lot of other countries in this world. We are the only ones. So what? The Republicans say to you, so what? I'm a deplorable right here talking to you and saying, so what? What? I don't care. North Korea, Syria, Russia, Saudi Arabia, they are not America. This is America. We got to figure it out and do what's right for us. If all the Democrats want to think that the conservatives are not concerned about climate change, they're living in that place again on the moon or wherever in the la la land, because we really do. But we also want to be able to live, you know. I don't want to be in cahootins with these other people on these on committees in the UN with all this stuff. This brings me to another fact, is that, you know, Nikki Haley is a badass and I love her. She should run for president. You know, we agree that she's pulled out of a lot of this stuff from the UN, because these countries are doing some bad stuff, really bad stuff, and they are sitting on the same committees as the United States of America. Why are we on these committees with these people who are committing all these atrocities, right, against their own people? But the committee itself is supposed to be in protection of all people. It's freaking dumb. And she was right to say, you know what, bye. Bye. Bye, Felicia. Yeah, we support that. That's why, Democrats, if you're any of you out there listening. Anyway. He goes on to say, they're undermining our alliances, cozying up to Russia. What happened to the Republican Party, he asks. Yeah, they're still on that Russia. Its central organizing principles in foreign policy was the fight against communism. Honest to God. Okay, so Trump's still not allowed to go to Russia. Cozying up to him. You know, remember them? They made these, like, sexual cartoons and crap with naked Putin and gay men in the newspapers. Like in the New York Times and the New Yorker. Like it was some big freaking joke. This is what you give to the Republican people who are looking at that bullshit crap you spew at them. How do you think they're going to react? Are they going to love you? No, we're disgusted with you about this kind of crap, because every president that came before went and talked with the leader of Russia. Yes, they did. They're still bringing up this crap about cozying up. And, ugh. It's bad. It's really, really bad. You know, the New Yorker and the New York Times, and showing them as gays and loving, you know, naked, and made this animated thing on their screen. Or for when they had it online, you didn't see it in the paper, but they had the picture in the paper. You know, like they're having some gay lover thing going on, him and Putin. It was disgusting, okay? We didn't find it amusing, you know? You people cross the line, like, all the time. And then you're going to spew this morality bullshit on us? It's absolutely crazy. You know, I agree with Churchill. He said, it's better to talk, jaw, than it is to war. It's a quote. You know, it's better to go and talk to leaders of these countries. Every other leader went to Russia. But Trump goes and they're fat, you know, they're having an affair, whatever, him and Putin. Gay guys together. It's disgusting. How do you think we're gonna react to this shit? Seriously, people, come on. Do you have like brain cells? Good Lord Almighty. And then they're talking about communism. Its essential organizing principles in foreign policy was the fight against communism. Bullshit. You people want socialism, which leads to communism. There's so many fascist things going on right now. I'd have to sit here for 30 minutes to list them all. You know, you're shadow banning people. People can't get at Google, YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Lori Ingalls Wilder, Little House on the Prairie, tearing down statues, telling us what we can see on the internet, what we can't see on the internet, what we can read, you know, what do you want us to read, what you don't want us to read. You know, you're censoring everything. Let me tell you something. Yeah, I posted my videos about this, and all of a sudden I got this thing comes up on the bottom of my YouTube screen that I have never had before, and all of a sudden it's there because this is all about Barack Obama. This is the first time ever it happened. So now when you go to my YouTube to look at my videos, there's this Encyclopedia Britannica thing about Barack Obama, and it's right underneath my thing. And of course it's got to mention like he was the Nobel Prize winner of da 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 da. Yeah, we got your number. Why don't you just get that off my screen? You know, why can't I just say what I want instead of having you, Google, who owns YouTube, take it upon yourself because you think that people are putting out fake news. This is not fake news. But who are you to say? Do you run the world? You Silicon Valley people out there? Do you? You liberal people. Oh yeah, that's right. I can't use a liberal anymore. Democrat people, like left people. It's ridiculous. You want socialism. He's sitting here talking about how they were all against communism and all these things that we've been seeing is like friggin' 1984 George Orwell crap going on. You know? We're not stupid. We see it. And then the Democrats have the gall to turn around and say that the Republicans and the conservatives are the ones who are trying to be fascists and who are trying to be Nazis and who are trying to control the media and what we see and what we hear and what we listen, you know, read, what we watch on the freaking television. Yeah, bullshit. 1984, George Orwell. Shit's coming right at you. Stay tuned. Doo-doo-doo. Whatever. He says, you know, he's talking about, oh, and he says, he's talking about they sabotaged the Affordable Care Act. You know, it already cost 3 million Americans their health insurance, blah, 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 whatever. We've been into all that already. And then he says, and if they're still in power next fall, here's your warning, you'd better believe they're coming at it again. They've said so. And he says, in a healthy democracy, you think that whatever you gave us was healthy? It was not healthy. There's loony people in office in Washington right now, and a lot of them, they're corrupt. We know it. We're not dumb. Okay, anyway, carrying on. I'm getting off it a lot today, ain't I? Anyway, in a healthy democracy, Obama is warning, there's some checks and balances of this kind of behavior, this kind of inconsistency, but right now, there's none. He says Republicans who know better in Congress. Oh, and they're there. They're quoted saying, yeah, we know this is kind of crazy. They're still there, bending over backwards to shield this behavior from scrutiny or accountability or consequence, seem utterly unwilling to find the backbone. You know who's got backbone? Donald Trump has got some backbone. And you know who else has a lot of backbone? Republicans. I'm one and I'm sitting right here and you can come to my face. I got your backbone. Hey America, I got your back. You know why? Because I got a lot of backbone. I may be only 5'2", but I can pack a punch. Bring it. That's why we love Donald Trump. He's not going to take your shit. You throw a rock at him, he's going to pick it up and throw it right back at you. You don't like it? Well, too bad. Grow a pair. Seriously, and that is the way it is, and we love it. Sure enough. Anyway, he says, we, all of us guys, and them in Washington, our Republicans, seem utterly unwilling to find the backbone to safeguard the institutions that make our democracy work. And by the way, he says, the claim that everything will turn out okay because there are people inside the White House who secretly aren't following the president's orders, that is not a check. I'm being serious here. This is not normal. No name guy. The anonymous dude. The guy with the no name from the New York Times. The guy who is supposedly in there who is running things because Trump is too idiotic and ignorant to be able to run it himself. So they've appointed themselves this resistance inside Washington where they are the ones who are making sure that things are taken care of the way they want them to be taken care of with their anonymous no-name guy. Yeah. I can't wait till that all pans out. Anyway, that's going to be a doozy, isn't it? So I'm going to go over here. I'm going to work on the next one. Like and share. Come on, guys. Subscribe. I'm getting close. I mean, I think I am. Last time I looked. I need 100. So I'll be back for part 4. But I'm going to try and condense more. I get on a roll, man, because I can't help it. This stuff just is, some of it's just totally so crazy and insane. It's laughable. It's just comical. Anyway. Till next time, I will be back.